What's up, YouTube? Here with this new inverter-ish. I've had it for a couple months. I think it's called a Grecell unit. It's supposed to be rated for 300 watts. Supposedly. I'm going to test that. Here's some of the specs on it. Battery capacity is 26 amp hour. 288 watt hour, or 288.6. The DC input that you can put in this thing is 12 volts to 26 volts at 4 amps. DC output, you got two right here, these two little barrel style. You can get 5 amps out of that, a 12 volt, 10 amps, this. And you have USB 3.0. You have 3 of these, and then a quick charge, 60 watt Type C charger. This thing was around, I think it was $175, and I think I had a coupon, or Amazon does a coupon. It was like 15 bucks off this thing. But let's jump right into testing the USB ports. Actually, I already snuck it in. I already tested the inverter and did a capacity test-ish. So you're going to see that I actually was saying it was 266. It's not. It's 288 for the watt hours anyways. But for DC, I'm not really going to check that. It's pretty common. And so is these right here. I mean, you got 10 amps and you got 5 amps for both of these. So USB, we're going to make sure that they can handle. It looks like the 3 of them can handle 2.5. Let me go ahead and flip this right there. Oh, and we'll take it apart when I'm done. Of course, all of these are the same. I'm not going to test the Type C. Hit the button, Kyle. There. All right, so we're, like I said, we're 5%. I charged it up a little bit just to check the USB on it, and here we are, sitting about 0.01 of an amp. We'll go ahead and creep it on up, see what we got. Supposed to be 2.5, so I'll crank that back down. And then do this. Ooh, not too high. Alright, creep it up. Three amps. Okay. Oh. So 3.26, give or take. So it can handle that. So, and I don't see anywhere where you're supposed to or allowed to plug a solar panel into this one. Now they do have another one that allows you to charge it with solar. So I imagine that one has a MPPT. Okay, it does have an MPPT charge controller on it. So you can charge up to 26 volts with this. So one solar panel. I think it's what did it say? It's DC input 4 amps. So 60 watts you can put into this thing. I know when you put the actual power adapter into it, it charges about, actually, Let it creep up. Boom. So with the power adapter plugged into AC, it actually charges at 48 watts, and it goes down slowly as it charges more and more. See, I don't want to get too charged, so I am going to take it apart. But not until, well, I'm going to jump cut to me testing the AC and checking to see if it's pure sine wave. So, enjoy this section. Oh, by the way, this big thing does have a flashlight if you want to carry it in the woods. Alright, well, jump to testing the AC port, or the inverter. Alright, we're about to do, excuse my wiring right there, cleaning it up, just getting this all set up. This is my new setup right up here, in case y'all were wondering. But hook this bad boy up that we have before in previous videos. I'm gonna hook the oscilloscope in and see what we got. They claim right there that is pure sine wave, so we're gonna hook it up and make sure that we always do. Here, this would be more in touch of get in there. Alright, it's plugged in. 1 pound. We're at 100%. We're gonna do a test as well and see how long it lasts. But turn that on, which is at 0 watts right now, and it is pure sine wave. Pretty clean. But let's go ahead and get this meter on here and see what we got. I might have to reset it before we start it, but let's see. Let me get it all set up. Alright, got it running. It's running about 315 watts. It's rated at 300 watts. Once I got to about 320, 325, it wanted to cut off, so that seems to be the highest I could get it without it wanting to trip out. Now it does say it's got, it was what, 600 watts peak. I guess if you had something that had a lot of starting current or a lot of draw at startup, it probably would kick it out, but it's not kicking it out at 315, so you're good. And of course I'm running a kilowatt meter right now as well, so that we can see how much it actually has. It's rated at 286, I believe. I'll double check that, but yeah, we'll see what we got. These things are getting spicy, but I made sure that the heat, like, there's no way for it to burn anything up, and I'm planning on adding more for testing bigger ones. Yeah, let's see. I'll let this run till it dies. Well, I did notice something, that the lights are actually flickering, and I mean, we're up to 133 watt hours. Anyways, but look at the sine wave. That's at full load. And it's not very clean. I don't think the leg's having all that load on it. And we're actually at, if you guys can see it or not, 25%. It's been doing that from the start. Look at that. I mean, I can turn off the lights one by one and see. Still dirty. Clean. That's how I know it's not really that. pretty damn clean in here. But as soon as you turn that on, it breaks it up. Not to see. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it does look like it's like flickering every once in a while. But like I said, it's been doing that from the start. I'll let it run through the rest of it. We'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to turn one of these lights off just to see what the waveform does on the oscilloscope. See, I learned something new myself with this. So it's actually this that's changing the waveform. Let's see, it's real clean now because I got it all the way up. It's a little jagged. Look right here. But it's this right here that's causing it. You can watch it change as I go up and down with it. And it almost turns into a modified sine wave. It cleans up when you do that. But that's a 200 watt light bulb. But that's what's causing it. Is these dimmer switches I have in here. Hence why when you cut this one off too, everything cleans up because I'm plugged into that. I wish I had a clean splitter that I could run it on. But I might do that on another test. But yeah, it's my setup that's doing it, not the light bulbs or the load. Back to the test. Well, it's at 0% right now. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Is it reflection? It's at 0%. Still going. Guess you got a little bit in reserve, but let's see how much longer it lasts. There it goes. Alright. She's officially dead. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Turn it back on real quick so that I can see. What we have on the meter. Alright, so the meter is saying 214. That's what you get out of it. 214 watt hours. Wow. Okay. I mean, it's rated. Well, the battery's rated at 289 or 286 or something like that. So that's kind of expected. You got the losses of the inverter and all that stuff. But yeah, that's what you'll get. And I had to, towards the end, actually go down to one light because it actually cut off at 300 watts. I don't know if it's got some kind of board in it that basically is limiting the current as the battery drains, so it doesn't damage, it doesn't pull too many amps, damage the inverter inside of it. But yeah, that's what I got out of it. And these are both 200 watt light bulbs, and I was running at 300 watts at first to start off with. Then I had to bring it down to 200 watts. And it lasted about 50 minutes. Alright, let's move on to the next test. Alright, it's time to figure out how to take this thing apart. I'm guessing some of these rubber booties are, I guess they're corner protectors just in case you drop it. But I think it's time. I can already see this thing's got some beefy fans in it. Let me see, it's just that side? Yeah. So it pulls air through it this way, comes out this way. So let's see. Maybe I might have to fight these boots. Any holes? Feels something right there, but that might be just moldy. Bigger, handy dandy flathead screwdriver, and peel this bad boy back. Oh, there we go. Something did some, and nothing. So my best guess. Move that back on. Nice. All right, so my best guess is it's going to be like a clamshell design where this pops off. Try this at home, kids. I'm sure there's a warning label somewhere. It says, don't do this. I would say it's in the instructions, but do those out. This ain't the normal unboxing. I actually made a video on this already. But you know, it is what it is. Ooh, Allen. Okay, that's a beefy Allen too. So let's see. Let's see if I got one that'll fit her. Fit her. Two. Get up here. That one's too big. That's a square. Nope. Let's see. This. Boop, 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 boop. This little screwdriver set is pretty good. Smaller than that, huh? It's great. Look at that. Oh, it won't even fit in my pad. Like I said, I made a video on this thing before, but I didn't post it. And you know, I want to do it again a little more, especially in the new work area. I'm not doing any more of the videos in the garage. Just because one, it's a lot quieter in here. Two, I ain't got to worry about any alternative noises, dogs and stuff popping up in the video, which I can edit it out, but it is what it is. Oh, okay. Oh, almost fudged up. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get that popped off. Oh, they glue everything on this thing. They don't want this bad boy coming unglued. Which makes sense. This is just for the flashlight. And seeing the battery specs, having a 11-volt battery isn't really that big of a deal. But I'll show you guys what it looks like on the inside. So far, that's the connector I'm trying to get off. And they glue it all on there. Which makes sense. Makes it shockproof. Because you decide to yeet this thing across the yard. Kids would say nowadays. Honestly, this is the first one I've seen that has this tough of sealant on it. When I say sealant, but which makes it hella difficult to take apart. I'm trying to show you guys. Oh, without jacking the board up. Alrighty. But if you look closely, a lot of even the screws are made either to make it so it's not tampered with or what, but it does. If you look closely, it does have a temperature sensor on the board for that. And mainly for this thing doesn't overheat and explode. But if I can set this to the side, I will. Just like that. It's for the flashlight. It's the temperature sensor. This is for the battery pack, which if you look down there, it has two 40 amp fuses. So you do blow a fuse on this thing, you can replace it. And it's probably soldered in. But this is for the battery. I wonder if that is still in there too. But, oh, there we go. Here. It's T90. So we got two connectors here. This is the only connector that isn't glued in. And that's because it's a clip. What I'm trying to do, your pliers here. Oh, that's gonna take the whole damn thing. Now all the welds and everything. So, here. She's buried. So I'll grab Phillips. I want to take a gander at the battery. Of course, I don't want to, destroy anything in here either. I would like to use it. I know the manufacturers don't like it. People messing around in it and looking inside of it, but I bought it. What I do after I bought it is my own. Yeah, it's got two, look in here, it's two big fans in there. And of course I have one, I think it was one of the very first ones on this channel that I took apart, keep it on my nightstand, and I charge it in the garage with the solar system. That thing is still going strong. I think I've charged it 100 times. Still, it lasts all week. I charge my phone. I actually power a lamp with it, and still going strong. Let's see. And I hope I can lift this up enough so that I can see what's inside. Probably not. There we go. Well, they don't make it easy to get down there to the battery, but to be honest with you, it appears to be. So there's the board. There's another connector there. Aha. Alright, so basically, disconnect this board will come out too, and they leave a. There's another connector in here. This is a XT60, and that's the DC. Just betting on that. I'm not a professional by any means, but careful not to touch any capacitors. Smugger. But I should be able to lift this up. There's another. Oh, that's for the other fan. Darn you. Alright. Just want to see what that battery is. They glued all the connectors in. Wonder if I lift this up high enough to see on the bottom here. Without damaging the other fan. Probably not. But they appear to be 18650s. It does have a substantial BMS down there. So but one of these, if not down there, it's got to be the MPPT. So if you look here, where does this wire go? Goes to this board, and it goes down there. Yeah. Look at that. That's their inverter. There's MOSFETs. Transformer. It's pretty clean here. They were, I give it to them. All the wiring, clean. Every connector is glued on. Good, like really good. So, I gotta give it to them. They really built this thing right. And to the point where I can't even get down to the battery. They don't want you down there. But if you look right here, that's where that screen is. The air comes through here to the two fans on this side. Alright, let's slap this thing back together. And I'll make a time lapse here. Oh. Alright guys, that's gonna conclude the review slash testing slash disassembly of the T300. I guess it's Grecell or Grecell. Yeah, who knows? But oh, there's your warning label right there. Do not disassemble. Won't pow, but You guys have a good week. Yeah, not the weekend. Doing this at night after work. Like, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one, guys.